Hello, everybody. My name is Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 Business Applications MVP. And today on Partner Talks, I have Sean Astrakhan. Sean's going to talk to us about architecture in the world of low code. So, Sean, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hey, Rick, thanks for having me on the show. I am Sean Astrakhan. I run a solutions architect training program called the Architects Accelerator. It's a unique program where in 8 weeks, we teach people how to become solutions architects, but really it's all about how to build really powerful, flexible solutions with minimal effort, really focusing on business impact. I know that sounds really catchy, but the idea came from I've been very technical for a lot of my career, and I didn't really see a lot of success until I started thinking business-wise. And then once I had more of these business skills combined with my technical skills is when I felt like I started making the most impact at every organization I was with. And then I was like, well, how do I package this up and teach it? Because people keep asking me about it. And that's where the program came to birth.
And, when we first had our conversation a few weeks ago, that's what kind of caught me because this is the whole world problem with low code. It's getting easier to code. So less skilled people are coding, or less experienced people, we'll call it. And we used to had the term citizen developer. That kind of died out, which I'm glad, because there's more to it, right? If I'm going to code, I have to understand what's out there today. How is this going to fit into what I'm building? And you can't treat anything like a standalone app anymore. Really, it's probably going to integrate with something. It's probably going to be impacted by AI going forward. So I'm glad that I met you and we can talk about this course you're offering. So let's talk about Architects Accelerator program and what is it? What are we going to learn there?
So in the program, if I'm marketing it towards really technical people, I'm going to go into how we're going to talk about API integrations, and we're going to get into AI, Copilot Studio, Azure AI services. We're going to talk about Dataverse for SharePoint. That's all lovely. And I love talking about the tech, but my favorite parts of the program is when we get into kind of the business side, when we get into getting measurable, tangible value for businesses. For instance, we're put through a lot of exercises on not just how to architect something properly, but how to pick apart the business problem. When someone comes up to you and says, oh, we want to use Copilot Studio to query on SharePoint, like, cool. Most architects will take that and start coming up with all these creative architectures. They don't pause for a second to ask, well, why are you doing that? What are you hoping to get out of it? If we actually build this, you think you're going to get, your data faster. Okay, when you get your data faster, what does that lead to? What happens next? The most common thing I heard from companies when I was running a previous training program was developers are blindly following instructions. They don't see the big picture, and their estimates are awful. Which I get it. Estimating tech, Rick, as a tech guy, is very tricky. But like understanding the big picture and then working with that and understanding the why of what you're doing, that is very, very teachable. So that's like a huge part of this. And honestly, the very first module in the course is zero tech. It's all about like understanding the business problem the best. And it is amazing. We have people come through here, 8 years .NET experience, have built .NET APIs, and then they fumble simply on asking, why are we doing the thing we're doing? And they get tricked. And it's awesome because we get to peel that back and like instruct them on how to use design thinking and how to get to the why of what's going on. So in the end, they build something that makes people money.
And this is great because, in my 25-year career of, being involved with technology as a business owner, as a consultant, as an MVP, I have dealt with a lot of programmers. And what you ask for is not always what you get. And you can't say it doesn't work. It just doesn't work the way a business would use it, right? And I think that's the key thing here is, who's going to be the user of this technology? What do they do? How are they going to use it? Are they going to be mobile? Are they going to be in an office? That type of thing. And really start to feel out what this whole application I'm building is going to do and how is it going to impact the business. The second part you hit on was the estimates, not the estimate of the cost, the estimate of when this is going to be completed. Because you're always sitting there saying, how far along are we? Oh, we're at 90%. They never told me that last 10% could take twice as long as the first 90. So getting into that, I think, is a big help. So these are all great subjects. Who should attend these courses?
The original concept was I thought my ideal audience would be people who have taken the YouTube tutorials, they've built a few Power Automate flows, maybe some Canvas apps, and they're like, well, what's next? Because there isn't really a next. What I've noticed in trainings is they're like, oh, do you want to learn Azure Data Factory? Here's our course on it. Do you want to learn like Dataverse? Here's our course on it. And it's like, great. As a really effective solutions architect, you need to know how all the systems integrate. You need to go very wide, not necessarily very deep. Very deep you can Google and get for free. So the ideal audience is people who already have some experience in the Power Platform and want to go to the next level. But what surprised me a lot, Rick, is I would say at least half of the participants are already really good architects. Like they have solutions architect in their title, and they come here just to get challenged further. So it's a fascinating mix where I literally have people like Vivian, who's 1 to 2 years into Power Platform, and then people like Mubin, who are 7 years in, and they're both getting something out of the program, which I'm very proud that we were able to create something like that for them.
Okay, Sean. So I'll put the links in the post so people can find your courses. So where are you going to take this? What's next? What else do you want to develop?
So from here, at first it was going to be an 8-week program. That's what it is, and then we're done. But everyone who finishes like, I want more. I want to keep learning. And I'm like, well, the technology is always growing. So we started an Accelerator Beyond program for everyone who's finished, and they can continue. We meet monthly, and that community is growing more and more. It's all these very smart, talented solutions architects together, and it's awesome. You bring your architectural problem there, you're going to get like some of the best creative minds assisting you, and that's been so much fun to create. So from there, I don't see anything more rewarding. That's it. Solutions architecture, that's what I do. That's what we do. Simple as that.
Okay, Sean. Thanks for coming on Partner Talks today. I'm sure I'm going to be back to you in the future talking more about this course that you're developing and the courses you're going to develop in the future, because we need more architects. There's a lot of people getting into the world of low code that are going to hit the wall when it comes to, getting to that next level. And I think you could be a big part of that.
Thanks a lot, Rick. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Bye for now.